Pitaras continues a Vedic reader for students by Arthur A. Macdonell. 2 hymns, 10, 15, and 54, are addressed to the Pitaras, our fathers, the blessed dead who dwell in the third heaven, the third or highest step of Vishnu. The term, as a rule, applies to the early or first ancestors who followed the ancient paths, seers who made the paths by which the recent dead go to join them. Various groups of ancestors are mentioned, such as the Angirases and Atharvans, the Bhrigus, and the Vashisthas, who are identical in name with the priestly families associated by tradition with the composition of the Atharvaveda and of the 2nd and 7th mandalas of the Rig Veda. The Pitaras are classed as higher, lower, and middle, as earlier and later, who, though not always known to their descendants, are known to Agnya. They revel with Yama and feast with the light beings. They are fond of Soma and thirst for the libations poured for them on earth, and eat the offerings along with him. They come on the same car as Indra and the entities. Arriving in their thousands, they range themselves on the sacrificial grass to the south and drink the pressed draught. They receive oblations as their food. They are entreated to hear, intercede for, and protect their worshippers, and besought not to injure their descendants for any sin humanly committed against them. They are invoked to give riches, children, and long life to their sons, who desire to be in their good graces. The Vashisthas are once collectively implored to help their descendants. Cosmical notions, like those of the entities, are sometimes attributed to the fathers. Thus, they are said to have adorned the sky with stars, to have placed darkness in the night and light in the day, laid down the light, and generated the dawn. The path trodden by the fathers, Pitrayana, is different from that trodden by the light beings, Devayana. (10:15) meter Trishtub. Jagata 1. Udiratam avara udparasa unmadhyamah petarah someasah asumyayurakartanyas teno avantu pitaro haveshu. Let the lower, let the higher, let the middlemost Soma loving fathers arise. Let those fathers who, friendly, knowing right, have gone to life eternal, favor us in our invocations. Ud Iratam. Note that the sigil verbs are often repeated by means of the prup. Here, ud twice alone. Avara on the deck, C 120, C1, and so on, unless these 3 words refer to the Pitaras dwelling in the 3 divisions of the world: earth, air, heaven, Sep, Yeh, Prithiva, Rajasa, and 2C, and the division of heaven, the 3, the lowest, the middlemost, and the 3rd, in which the fathers sit. Avesta 18-49. Sayana thinks that here the degrees of their holiness is meant. But in the same stanza, when it appears in the Avesta, 18:144, he thinks that degrees of merit of age are intended, but degrees of age are expressly mentioned in 2b by Purvasas and Uparasas. Assume life in the heavenly world, immortal life. The Pitaras are called immortal in Avesta 6:41-3, as opposed to terrestrial life. Eur, third. No, not same page. Oh, plural, yep. Puff is what's puff. Third plural perfect of act. If I go to idam bitterbyo namo astu adya ye purvaso ya uparasa eyu ye partheve rajase anishata yevanunam surjana suvikshu. Let this obeisance be made today to the fathers who have departed earlier and later, who have seated themselves in the terrestrial air, who are now in settlements with fair abodes. Purvasas in 10:14-7, the pronoun form purva is used. See 122. Eur in 10:14-7, the more distinctive sub parayur appears. Shatas, pup of sad, sit. Sep 67a-b, sep shadya in 10:14-5, Prithitha Rajasa in the atmospheric region above the earth. Here the Pitaras in the air intermediate between heaven and earth are meant, while in B and D, those in heaven and on earth, respectively, are intended. Suv Janasu Vikshu, sept the frequent, Manushishu Vikshu, human settlements, with the reference to the fathers present at the funeral offerings on earth. 3. Aham Petran Suvindatram Avitse Napatam Cha Vikramannam Cha Vishno Barhishado Yesvadaya Sutasya Bhajanta Pitvasta Ehangamishta. I have won hither the bountiful fathers and the grandson and the wide stride of Vishnu. They who sitting on the strew shall partake of the pressed drink with the offering to the dead, come most gladly here. Avitse, first S, A with a line over it, S, A, O of second vid, meaning fine. I have induced to come to this offering. Napatam, it is somewhat uncertain what is meant by this. According to Professor Guldner's ingenious explanation, Yama, with whom the Pitaras are associated, is intended, because in the Ves, what's VS stand for? 2960, Vishnu is here coupled with Napatam, is called the husband of Aditya, whose son, TS 6562, was Vivasvant, the father of Yama. See the note on 10:14:1. But it is doubtful whether this later statement was part of the mythological belief of the Rig Veda, where Yama is the grandson of Tvashtur, 10:17:1. On the other hand, the word may be used elliptically to designate Agni. Sahaso Napa, designate Agni equals Sahaso Napatam. Agni is called Naptre Sahasvata in 8:102:7. Sahasah Sunum, son of strength, a frequent epithet of Agni, 4, which once, 6:4:4, Suno, son alone, is used in an Agni hymn, and below, 9c. Agni is invoked to come here. Also, a good example, the fanciful interpretation of Sayana. Vishnor is Nasya Napatam Vinas Abhavam, the non-destruction of the sacrifice. Vikramannam, Vishnu's third step, is the highest heaven, where the fathers dwell, Sep 154:5. Bajanta, third plural, Baj, share with a partitive, Gen 202, uppercase A, E. Pitras, Gen of Pitu, page 81. Agamistas, accent, page 453, 9A. 4. Barheshanda Pitara Uti Arvag Imavohavya Chakrma Jushavavam Ta'agata Avasa Samtamena Athanah Samyorarapo Davata. Ye fathers that sit on the strew, come hither with aid. These offerings we have made to you, enjoy them. So come with most beneficent aid, then bestow on us health and blessing free from hurt. Yeah, that's difficult. It's difficult sometimes if they have space to put the word on the next line. It would have been easier to say Jusavam rather than Jusa the Vam, Barhish Adah Pitara, see the note on 8:48 7c, and by I mean that there was the transliterations, like it splits itself up for some reason. 47c. Uti instead of Ute, page 81, F. N4, or Vak hither, the Vib, Gata, come, is easily to be supplied from C. Chakrma, with metrical lengthening of the final syllable. Jusabvam, accented because it forms a new sentence. Page 466, 19b. Te, as such as enjoying our offerings. Gata, second plural, ipav root, o of gum, go, atha, metrically lengthened, da vata, second plural per, ipav of the, place, with iter, strong form of the per stem instead of the normal vata. 5. Upahutah Pitara Someaso Barhishe Ashu Nideshu Preyashu Ta'agamantu Ta'ehasruvantu Adebruvantu Teavantu Asman. Invited are the Soma-loving fathers to the deer deposits placed on the strew. Let them come, let them listen here, let them speak for us, let them aid us. Hutas, up of who, call. Nedishu, the offerings deposited on the sacrificial grass. Gamantu, third plural ipav root. Orist, of gam, go. Through, vantu, third plural impav root. Aorist of through, here. 6. Ajajanudakshanato nishadya imam yajnyamave grnita visve mahim sishta Pitaras Kenachin no Yadva Angah Purushata Karama. Bending knee. Sitting down to the south. Do ye all greet favorably the sacrifice? Injure us not, O fathers, by reason of any sin that we may have committed against you through human frailty. Acha, good of ach, bend. Note that the suffix ya is much oftener long than short, 164, but in the Pada text, it is always short. Janu, probably the left knee, except the sub 2, 4, 2, 2, where the entities bend the right knee, the fathers the left knee. In rites connected with the dead, the auspicious direction is reversed, left being substituted for the right. Dakshanatas, Dakshanatas, to the right of the Vedic altar, that is to the south, because the south is the region of Yama, and the Pitaras, Granita, second plural ipav of first Gr sing, him shita, him sishta. Second plural inj ish, aortive of hims injure, kena chid yad ga, or kena chid agasa yad, the substantive being put into the rel instead of the principal clause. Vas, dative of disadvantage. 314, B1. Purushata, inst, S, identical in form with the stem, 97.1, page 77. Karama, first plural root, ist, sub, page 171, in the sense of an indefinite past. 7. Asina soaruninam upasta rayam data dasushe martyaya putrembeah pitaras tasya Vasva prayachata ta ehorjam dadata. Sitting on the lap of the ruddy dawns. Dawns is in parentheses, so sitting on the lap of the ruddy dawns, bestow wealth on the worshipping mortal. To your sons, O fathers, present a share of those riches, so do ye here bestow strength. Asin asas, irregular pronoun part of as, sit, 158, aruninam, aruna, ruddy, is the color of the dawn, and of this adjective sometimes appears as an epithet of the dawns. That these are here meant is also indicated by 791, 63, 3, where Agne and Surya are said to awake or arise. Ushasam, upasthat, from the lap of the dawns. Datta and Data, here both the regular and the irregular epithet of the are used. Note on 4D, Tasya Vasva, referring to Regim, in B on the form of the Jun, see page 81, Te, anaphoric use, page 294B. 8. Yana purve petara somea soanu here somapitham vasishtha tebiryamah samrarano havimsha usan usanbih pratikam atu. Those forefathers of ours, the Soma-loving, the Vasisthas, who fare after him to the Soma-drought, with them let Yama, sharing their gifts, eat the oblations at pleasure. He, the eager, with them, the eager. Anu Udder. Yeah. The derivation and meaning are somewhat doubtful of Anu Uhere, most probably puff of Vah, drive, in this case, meaning who have driven after Yama to the Soma-drought, and may possibly come from consider, then meaning who have been considered worthy of the Soma-drought. Vasisthas, as one of the groups of ancient seers, Samrarannas, Put of Ra, give, sharing with them their gifts to their descendants. Nine. Yeta Rashudevatra Jehamana Otra Vedah Stomatash Taso Arkae Agneyahe Suvindatrebir Arvan Satyae Kavyae Peterbir Gharmasadbeh, who, gasping, have thirsted among the light beings, knowing oblations, having praise fashioned for them with songs, with them the bountiful fathers, the true, the wise, that sit at the heating vessel. Come hither, O Agne. Tad Rshur, puff of trsh with long wood vowel. 139. Such vowels regularly appear in their short form in the Pada text. Except the note on 359 1b. Devatra, in heaven. Tra is one of the suffixes, which in the Pada text is separated, being treated as the second member of a sed soma tasas, is tup, fashioned with praise, otherwise used with mata him, is here applied to persons and thus comes to have a sense of karma dharaya, above 189 1. Tachta, stamasas, the latter kind of sud with the puff, as the first member does not exist in the Rig Veda, are ka is to be taken with the preceding word by means of songs, or van 93b. Kavyais, this word occurs in only two other passages, the original meaning apparently being kave, wise, sep kavya, ta, wisdom. Here it may be intended to denote a particular group of fathers, sep 10, 14, 3, dharma sudbis, probably in heaven, sep 10, 16, and 10, sa, garmam, in vat, parama, sadastha, mehi, o agne, further, the dharma in the highest abode. This world, as well as Jiham Anas, may be intended to contrast with Tetrushur, Sep 703 9. 10. Yasaryaso havirado havishpa indrenarevaeh saratham davanah agneyahe sahasram deva vandaeh paraeh purvaeh petarbir Garmasambeh, they who are true, eating the oblation, drinking the oblation, having the same car with Indra, and the light beings, with those 1,000 entity praising remote forefathers that sit at the heating vessel, come, O Agni. Sa Ratham, this word primarily above, having the same car, is then often used as a cognate, accentive, is that what that is, accentive? Page 304. With Yah, go on a journey with the same car. Here, with the in place of Yah, and adverbally, page 301, 5b, da vanas, per put of the, put, meaning the meaning, set page 460, F and 3, the puff put would be da vanas, 159, sahasram, agreeing with Pitaras, more usual would be the sahasrana, Pitaras, sep 194, uppercase b, 1 lowercase b, page 291. Parais, the primary meaning of this word is farther opposed to the nearer avara, less often upara, and tara, more remote than also higher. There is no opposition here to Purvais, opposed to which are uvara and upara, which in any case would be in the reverse order. Purvae, parae, the meaning is the remote, the early fathers, sep 6, 21, 6. Paran, pratna, remote ancient deeds, opposed to avarasas, later men. 11. Agnishvatah Pitara Eha Gachata Sandah Sadah Sarata Subranitaya Atta Havimshe Priyatane Barheshe Atharayim Sarvaviram Davatana. Ye fathers that have been devoured by fire, come hither. Sit you down, each on his seat. Ye that have a good guidance, eat the oblations proffered on the strew, then bestow wealth accompanied entirely by strong sons. And, of course, it would be better, for the sake of those departed, to just continue their good legacy, rather than, this tradition of ritual worship of them. Agne, Shivatas, with the vocative accent on the first syllable. The ordinary accent would be Agne, Shivatas, like other tips formed with Agni, but such sids with the pup as second member, usually accented the first. Sep page 456 2a. Savatas, pup, Savad, sweeten. Sep 67b. Sada, Sada, Itav Sid, page 282a, page 454, 10a, governed by a Sadata. Sadata. Second plural impiv, a aorist of Sad, sit, 147.5. Supra, Supranitayas, having good guidance, well led, coming in good order. The Pada text does not recognize the serialization of the N. 65a-b. Atta, atha, final, a metrically lengthened. Pra, yatana, pup of yam. Da, latana, irregular strong form. Step note on 7d and suffix tana. 12. Tuam, agna. Aleto jatavedo avadhavyane suravine krutve prada pitarbhyah svadayate akshan avetvam deva prayata havimsha. Now, O Agni, having been implored, O Jatavedas, hast conveyed the oblations, having made them fragrant. Thou hast presented them to the fathers with the funeral offering. They have eaten them. Do thou, O light being, eat the oblations proffered. Ilitas, by us. Jatavedas, a very frequent and exclusive epithet of Agni. It is above, as its accent shows, meaning having knowledge of created things as explained in the Rig Veda itself. Visva Veda Janima Jatavedah. Jatavedas knows all creations. 6:15-13. This is also the explanation of Sayana here. Jatam, Sarvam, Jagad, Vete, Itte, Jatav, Vedah, Avat, second S aorist of Va, carry, 144.5. Vavyane for Havyane, 54. Krtvi, good of Kr, 163.1. Adas, second S, root aorist of Da, 148.1a. Akshan, third plural root aorist of Ras, eat, page 170e. Ave, second s ipiv of odd, eat. 13. Ye cha eha pitaro ye cha neha yamas cha vidma yam uchana pravidma tuam vedha yate te jate vedah svadhabir yajñam sukritam jushasva, both the fathers who are here and those who are not here, both those whom we know and whom we know not. Thou knowest how many they are, O Jataberas. Enjoy the sacrifice well prepared with funeral offerings. Yetcha, supply, santa. Vidma, first plural puff, vid, no. The first plural per is vidmas. Yums, cha, sende, 40a. Yum u, 39, and page 25, f, and second, pra, vidma, know exactly. That tha, second s, puff, of vid, no, page 154, 3, yata, sep, 118, te, supply, santa, 14. Agne dangda, agne dangda, mavyedeva, svadraya madai, nande, tebe, suwaro, asunitem, etam yatavasam tanuam talpa yasva. Those who burnt with fire and not burnt with fire are exhilarated by the funeral offering in the midst of heaven. As sovereign ruler, do thou with them fit his body according to thy power. For this spirit guidance. Ye anagne dagdah, that is buried. Madhya devah, note that the fathers enjoy in heaven the funeral offering conveyed to them by Agne, as well as eating the oblations offered them on the sacrificial grass. To this, in association with them, 199, uppercase A1, as they know the path of the dead. Svarat, as the sovereign Lord who acts according to his will. Yatha Vasam, the subject is Agne, who is addressed in 9c, 10c, Agne, and in 12a, 13c, Jatvadas are mentioned in 11a, Agnishvatas, and in this stanza itself, Agne Dagdas Tanvam Kalpayasva, the body of the deceased, the words Svayam Tanvam Kalpayasva, verse 23:15 are explained in Sib 13 to 7:11. Svayam Rupam Krushva Yad Rushsam Ichase, assume thyself the form that thou desirest. Sep 348, 4b and 7, 101, 3rd b, Yatha Vasam Tanvam Chakra. And chakra is the same as chakra. A Shah, he has taken a body according to his will. And Yatha Ahu Erio, you have that same thing. His will is done. Yatha part, in the Avesta, I'm not talking about. So, 18:359 reads, Yatha vasam tanva kalpayate, may he fashion our bodies according to his will. Set also in the following funeral hymn, 10:16:4, the hemistich, Yaste Savas Tanvo Jitavidas Tabir Vahainam Shakritam U Lokam, with those which are thy auspicious bodies, O Jatavidas, conduct him, the world of the righteous. Asunitem etam, dependent like Tanvam or Kapayasva, prepare his body, and the spirit leading is prepared for the spirit leading. Agni conducts the spirit, Asu of the dead man who is cremated, to the next world, Sept 10:16:4, just quoted, where it unites with the new body, Tenu, Sept 10:14, eighth, said Astam Ahe Sam Gachasva Tanva, go home, unite with thy body, and 10:16:5, Sam Gachatam Tanva Jatavada, let him, the deceased, unite with the new body, O Jatavedas. Gachatam. Let me show you the... No matter how many extra pages it takes in your book, don't relegate your readers to reading a whole bunch of abbreviations and learning them in order to get your book.